The Giants finally pulled the plug on Brian Daboll, and this is a horrible decision. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is a horrible decision, and if you are a Giants fan, you should be very mad. Before I get into the video, make sure you leave a like on the video because I'm sure you're gonna enjoy this video. And if you enjoy this video, you're gonna like the rest of my videos. So at that point, you might as well subscribe. But that's all I want to say. Let's get back to the video. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When the news dropped this morning, I was chilling. I was chilling. I was literally just, doing my thing, doing my work. And I see that the Giants have fired Brian Daboll. And I actually had one of my friends who's a New York Giants fan send me this. And I was like, dang, y'all are cooked. Y'all are cooked. And it's not just because you fire Brian Daboll. But let's attack that first. Brian Daboll, don't get me wrong. He has not been perfect as a coach for the New York Giants. I'm not saying that he has been the best coach ever for New York. This firing was extremely unjust. It makes no sense. No, I can see why. I mean, Brian Daboll, like, end of the fact of the matter is they couldn't win. I mean, I'm looking at some stats right now, bro. 20 and 40 and 1, 2 and 8 so far this year. They just have not been good with him at the helm. Like, just point blank period, they have been losing, and he's the head coach. He has had some questionable decision makings and all these different types of things. So I can understand why, right? Like, I get it. But Mike Brian Daboll is not the reason why the Giants were bad. He's not the reason why they had a this bad of a record when he was like with him at the helm. He's not the reason why. Bro, the fact that this roster has really not had anything for Brian DeBoer to really work with for a majority of his time there. You let Saquon go. Daniel Jones was horrible there. You let him go. Now Saquon has gotten a Super Bowl, and Daniel Jones is the starting quarterback on the number one team in the AFC. So that happens. Your defense has been bad. You haven't been able to properly develop Kayvon Thibodeau. You have Dexter Lawrence, but you just traded him away. Wait, no, wrong team. But you have Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence is cool, but the rest of that defense has not been good. So all of these things aren't Brian Daboll. Because honestly, in his first season, he led this team to the playoffs after nobody was expecting them to make the playoffs that year. Nobody. Like, that was a real surprise to everybody that they were able to make the playoffs. And a good part of that was because Brian Daboll, his mind as kind of like I don't want to say offensive mastermind, but kind of like a guy who just knows how to whisper in quarterbacks' ears, get the best out of all of his quarterbacks. He did exactly that. Him doing that unlocked the Giants. And is a big reason why, I mean, yeah, they were bad, but they weren't as bad as they should have been looking at some of these rosters. Like, having to deal with Daniel Jones, bro. Daniel Jones legitimately looked unplayable. And then you give Brian Daboll, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and Jackson Dart. And he still was able to maximize the potential, or not the potential, but the capabilities of Russ at this age. And he made Jackson Dart look like probably the best rookie quarterback of this entire class thus far. Like, Jackson Dart has, I mean, this is just off the top of my head, but if you compare him towards versus the other rookie quarterbacks this season, he looks the best out of all of them. Simple, right? So, him being able to do this and maximize the talent offensively, I don't understand why you fire him, bro. Like, look at what he had to work with. He had nothing to work with. But the fact that, let's get into this next. Mike Kafka is going to take over, right? Kafka. Mike Kafka is going to take over as the interim head coach. As the interim head coach. Now, I'm trying to make sure I don't mess up this dude's name because their defensive coordinator, he should not be there anymore. Why am I forgetting his name, bro? Giants DC. Shane Bowen. Shane Bowen should not be employed in the NFL right now. If Mike Daboll is not in the NFL, Shane Bowen should not be in the NFL. A big reason why the Giants have been so utterly bad this year is because their defense has been horrible. The Giants have one of the worst defenses in the entire league. They have a horrible run defense. They're ranked 30th in the league in rushing yards so far this season. Despite having somebody like a Dexter Lawrence, you have a league leader like in sacks and Brian Burns, and you have Deontay Banks, Kayvon Thibodeau. You have but they just got from Miami. So they have all of these players, yet and still they suck. They are bad, bro. That's Shane Bowen. But somehow you keep Shane Bowen, and then I was just talking about team building. How are you gonna keep Joe Schoen there too? This doesn't make sense. if you are a Giants fan, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Let me tell you a couple things that's gonna happen. This defense is gonna continue to suck. Might get worse. Mike Kafka, I mean, I don't really know too much about his influence on the team as a coach, so I really can't speak to how like he can affect this team offensively because he was the interim OC. But I know Brian Daboll had a big say in a lot of the play calling there. So I really can't speak towards that. I wouldn't expect this offense to be as good, like post Brian Daboll, to be honest. And Jackson Dart just went out with a concussion. So why Brian Daboll leaves and Joe Schoen stays, I don't know. Why Brian Daboll leaves and Shane Bowen stays, I don't know. In my opinion, if anybody should have got fired, it definitely should have been them two. They should have been the first people with a note on their desk or something on their door saying that you are gone. Because the reason that the Giants have not been good is because of them. Point blank, period. And the Giants have really done nothing to help Brian Daboll. And I'm going to be real with you, bro. Brian Daboll is going to be a head coach somewhere else. And wherever he's a head coach at next, oh my goodness, will they love him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he's going to be one of the best head coaches in the league. I'm so sure of that, bro. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I am so sure that Brian Daboll is going to go somewhere else and he's just going to be killing. Like, literally, he's going to be killing. Because in my eyes, a lot of the things that the Giants struggled with was not his fault. In my opinion, bro. And I mean, we just have to wait and see. Like I said, I'm seeing like some other candidates. People are mentioning Cliff Kingsbury, Jesse Minter, Clint Kubiak, Robert Sala if he wants to give another try, Spags. But I don't think Belichick comes back. Some people are even saying like Lane Kiffin maybe. I don't know who they're gonna hire. To be honest, to follow up with Brian Daboll, I just know, bro, this is not a good move by the Giants front office. But I'm sure at this point, Giants fans are used to that because, like, what good moves have they made outside of drafting Malik Neighbors in the past couple of years? Right? Like, I don't know, bro. A lot of the issues I see with this team, it's just I can't really say it's Brian Daboll's fault, bro. I cannot say that honestly in good faith. So, I mean, we'll see what happens for the rest of the season. The Giants are gonna suck. We're just got to see how bad they suck, honestly, for the rest of the season. But it is. If you enjoyed this video, I guess my little rant or whatever, make sure you leave a like on the video. Like I said earlier, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Because if you like this video, you're gonna like the rest of my videos. But that's all I got. Until next time, peace.